Here we are going to do today a Honda or Acura proximity key. This particular vehicle is a 2013 Honda Accord. We're going to start off by flipping to the Honda Acura Prox page, and let's read through what we have here. These vehicles accept a maximum of 6 keys. If you try to go beyond that, the key will not program properly. For proximity keys, which is what this is, the remote buttons normally program in at the same time as the proximity key function. At some point the tool will ask you to move keys away from the vehicle, and we're going to try to make sure they're 20 feet away. You either have to get out and get in a number of times during the sequence or have a associate help you, which I'm going to pass the keys out to an associate. We're going to select keyless, either type 1 or type 2. If there's more than one option, we'll try the first option first, and if it fails, we'll try the second option. When you're instructed to turn the ignition on, you'll push the start button without pressing the brake. You'll push it 1 or 2 times to get the dash fully lit up into the on state. When we get to the list of functions, we're going to select add keyless or add 1 keyless, whichever it says, and follow the instructions. So with that, let's get started. Alright, so let's plug in. In this case, I looked before I got in. The connector is by the left side under the dash here. And we're in. We're going to select OK to the disclaimer. Key program. We're going to go down to Honda, by vehicle, Accord, the first choice, and down to 2013. We have key and remote, or keyless. We're going to go down to keyless for the proximity key. Loading the database. Turn the ignition on. So again, without pressing the brake, 1 touch just lit this little light. Second touch is actually on with a dash all lit up. We're going to say OK. Add 1 keyless is what we're going to select. Press the start button twice. Is the ignition turned on? I think we already did that. I'm going to say OK. Put all keys outside the car. Again, I'm going to have my associate take those for me. If you need to get out and get back in, that's fine as well. But we got all keys 20 feet away from the car. And I'm going to say OK. Put 1 programmed keyless inside the car. So I'm going to bring back the original key. And we're going to put just the original programmed key inside the car. I'm going to say OK. Put keyless out of the car. So we're going to put the original back outside and take it away. And I'm going to say OK. Put new keyless inside the car. Alright, the new Prox is here. We're going to say OK. Within 15 seconds, turn the ignition off. So 1 push turns it off. Within 15 seconds, turn it on. 1 push, 2 pushes to put it back on. Turn the ignition off. Notice it's kind of going by itself. I don't have to hit the button. Turn the ignition on within 15. 2 pushes on. Is the IMO light out? And yes, it is. So I'm going to say OK. Turn the ignition off. Within 15 seconds, turn it on. It's 1, 2 pushes to turn it on. And success. So we're going to say OK to that. And we should be done. We're going to unplug. And we're going to test each proximity key. So I'm going to start by turning it off, and we'll open the door, make sure the whole thing's done programming. I currently have the new key in only, so let's try this key first. Alright, vehicle starts. We will wait for just about 10 seconds and make sure everything's good. Alright, turn it off, and we're going to pass this one out and bring the original back in. Okay, original's back in the car, and we'll start the car with the original. Looks like we're good to go. Last step, we'll hop out and we'll test the remotes on both just to double check that everything's good. So first we're going to try the new remote, lock, unlock, we're good. Now we'll try the original, lock, unlock, and we're good to go.